Hello everyone, this is Edwina and I'm here today to show you my latest completed project. I've moved the camera so I'm not sure if this is going to work, but we shall see. Now the reason I've got that on the screen is because this is the shop on Etsy, Happy Chick Creative, that I bought the kit from, the digital download kit for the journal. It's a journal, yes, you know it's a journal. Anyway, I'm super excited about this journal, and I do hope you like it. It's big. I mean, it's not, it's tiny because it's a micro mini, but it's fat. And that's the front cover, and it's very simple. The picture is from the kit, and I've laid it up from some book paper, some music paper, and then I've put the word journal and a butterfly. Oh, and the scrim. The scrim is in one of the layers, and it's a craft text cover. I like working with craft text. I don't know why, but I find it easy. I covered the craft text with a beautiful floral fabric, and then I covered it in this pink, dusty pink lace, which I really like. And then on the spine I've got some vintage lace and this rosette trim, which I thought finished it off nicely. Now, measurements. It is 2 3/4 wide by 3 3/4 deep, with a 2-inch wide spine. So there you have it. And am I still in shot? This is some lovely seam binding, which I have used as the closure, and it's quite long, so you can cut it if you want. Now, let's open the first page, and we get in. That's it. Right, now I bet you can't guess in a million years what the kit that I have used from Happy Chick Creative is called. Edwina, and that's what it's called. Isn't that brilliant? I mean, how many of you know of a kit with your name on it? So I just had to use it, didn't I? I mean, so it's called Edwina, and it has some lovely images in it. So this is the back at the front, inside cover, front inside cover even, and I've done a little envelope and this tag, and you can write your name on it. It is for sale. And that's the first page from the kit. I had to shrink it down, of course, to fit the size, but you can have it at normal size. Right, on here we have a quote. I've put in about 10 quotes in the book. Whatever you decide to do, make sure it makes you happy. I'm not going to read them all, but they're supposed to be inspiring, I hope. Now, in this little, this is a paper bag, I have put the meaning of Edwina. The name Edwina is a female version of the male name Edwin, and I know that because my dad was called Edwin, which derives from Old English and means rich friend. Well, I hope that's true. Edwin was a popular name until the time of the Norman conquest, so it's really old, and then wasn't often used again until Victorian times. So there you go. Interesting, I thought, although I did know about the rich friend years ago. So a little bit of decoupage, some sari silk and trim. We have another pocket and some ephemera from the kit, and they're all coffee dyed, so you can journal on the back. Aren't they dinky? I've decoupaged on the book paper, more ruffling with my Liberty print fabric, which I love, and it's vintage. This is the centre of the first, am I still in shot? This is a handmade tag, and what I did was I took some graph paper and I did a collage of music paper and book paper, and then I decoupaged some napkins on it, and then I cut it up. It seemed to work quite well, so I did something a little bit different, but I do like to do some handmade tags for the for my books. So more another pocket and more ephemera from the kit. Ooh, shrunk down. And here we have the first belly band, and this is more ephemera, and this is a mason jar. That wasn't in the kit, that came from somewhere else. Some washi tape, some punched paper, and another thing from ephemera from the kit. And in this one pocket, oh, this is no, that's a paper bag, isn't it? This, we have this lovely little envelope I made, and inside there's some plain paper for journaling or writing. Well, that's the same thing, isn't it? Half half. Okay. Okay, and that's another quote, and that's the end of the first signature. Now, I've done 5 signatures, but the only reason I've done 5 is because I don't like big signatures, because they're difficult to work with. I'm used to working with smaller signatures, but actually this could have been condensed in maybe to 2 or 3, but I just like smaller signatures. So here we go, let's carry on. Here's a double pocket with my first Edwina. It's not a common name, and in my life I've probably only met or known about maybe 2, 3, well, a handful, not even a handful of people called Edwina. Now, do you know anybody called Edwina? But I looked up to see if there were any people in the past. Now, this is called Edwina Dumm, and she was born in 1910 and she lived till 1990, and she was a comic strip artist. Now, that's quite an unusual career for a woman, I would have thought, but it would appear she was quite successful because she's on the net. Right, this is some paper, some floral paper which you could journal on. It flips out like that. There's plenty of spaces for journaling in this tiny journal, surprisingly. Some more sari silk, another quote. This one is some handmade paper. Now, I bought it at least 10 years ago when I used to do a lot of collage, and I discovered it recently when I was looking for something. I thought, oh, that'd be perfect to put in the journals. So that's what I did. It's really tactile, and it's colourful. And if you noticed, go back a bit, it's marbled. They've marbled on it, and it's lovely. So we have a flip open for journaling. Some more ruffling with my Liberty fabrics. A tuck spot, that's from the kit, and that's a seed packet, and that wasn't in the kit. This is some vellum, and I've decoupaged this beautiful butterfly on it, and it worked. I think it worked on the vellum. I was kind of experimenting, and that's the centre of that signature. And then we have more punching, and more decoupage, and more of that handmade paper. And you see how it has been marbled on it. And then we have a pocket, and inside the pocket we have a tiny little journal with some plain paper in, lots of plain paper in for writing, and that slips in there. That's from the kit, the rose, and that's the paper. Another quote. These are both in the kit. Some lace, of course. It's me. Another quote. Now this is some vellum. Oops, I've gone over time. I'll have to hurry up. This is some vellum, and I've decoupaged on that, and that worked, I think, even better. So I was really pleased with that. Again, I was experimenting. This is a glassine bag, and again it's got an envelope with some plain paper in, more ruffling, some washi tape, some more of that paper, and here we have a little tuck, and that's got a mason jar in. That's the centre of that ruffling, and this pulls out, and you've got lots of space there for journaling. Another punched page, the other side of the glassine bag, which decoupaged on, and that's got a seed packet in, and a vintage ticket. And there's the vellum again. And I like this quote, so I will read this one, but I've got to hurry. Someday everything will make perfect sense. So for now, laugh at the confusion, smile through the tears, and keep reminding yourself everything happens for a reason. I think that's really good. Here we have some pages from the kit. Another quote, more sari silk. And here we have a flip up, a corner flip up, and that is some ephemera from the kit, which you can write on. And then we have some lace, of course, some vintage lace, some more of that marbling paper, and on this side there's a book pocket, and it's got one of my handmade tags. They're all different, and some ephemera from the kit. Now here we have another paper bag, which I've done some decoupage, and this is the second person that has the name Edwina. Edwina Mountbatten, born in 1901 to 1960, and she was the English heiress to the wife of Admiral Louis Mountbatten, who I think, if I've got it right, was a cousin of the Queen, our current Queen. I may have got that wrong. Anyway, When I was young, I asked my mum, is there any other people called Edwina? Because, you know, once you start school and all your friends in the class, all the girls have got different names to you and none of them are remotely like your name, you start to wonder, why was I called Edwina? Anyway, she said Edwina Mountbatten. And of course I didn't know who Edwina Mountbatten was, but my mum did. And I just felt comforted to know that somebody famous, maybe, was named Edwina. And this is some fabric, and you can lift it up and you can journal underneath. That's some vintage fabric. Some more washi tape, another belly band, and in here we have an even bigger envelope with some plain paper in it. So, glassine bag with one of my tags. See? Oh no, wait a minute. No, that's not one of my tags. I made that from the kit. Yeah, that's what I did. Some more decoupage and the quote, and the handmade paper, the lace, and here we have another pocket. Inside we have another booklet, and that is from the kit, and this has got some plain paper in with punch corners, so and that goes in that pocket there. Okay, right, we have a flip up and a flip down, and the rose is from the kit as well, and a mason jar which isn't. We have another one of these tucks, and that is another seed packet. I think the seed packets and the mason jars came from Delygirl, but I'll put the link in the description box below. More pages from the book, kit, another quote, washi tape. Now I can't remember why I put this paper clip on here, but I think it's because inside yes, there's an envelope, and that was to remind me, I think, and it's got some lined paper in it for writing. So lots of little envelopes in this journal. If you like lots of envelopes, this is where to come. Oh, I'll do that later. Okay, lined paper, book paper, and this is the third one, and this is Edwina Booth, 1909 to 1991, and she was an American actress, and she's in that little tuck there with the from the kit. That's from the kit. Here's a lace pocket, vintage, and there's one of my tags, and another mason jar, and a really teeny tiny envelope that's got some ephemera from the kit. I mean, it was small, but when I reduced it down, it was tiny. So, moving on. Another one of my handmade tags, and a corner flip, and that was another piece of ephemera from the kit, and another quote, and that's the end with my name. And as I say, it is for sale if anyone is interested. Maybe you know someone called Edwina and would like it as a journal. Look at that. Look at it, how it opens out. There you go. Thanks for watching, and I'm working on a lace project which I hope to finish very soon. So do come back and watch again. And I'm sorry it took so long. I'm sorry. Bye for now.